Okay, so day 3 of doing push-ups while reading. Since we're really close to the end, we're gonna finish this book. This book is pretty short, so I have to get a different book after. We're gonna get another book tomorrow for tomorrow's day. But let's do this and let's finish this today. And yeah, let's finish this. I can't really see anything first. So. Okay. Chapter 33, Accountability and Boundaries. Just a bit. Notebook. 3, 2, 1. After giving a talk in my home city of Denver, I rode down the hotel elevator with a woman who had attended the session. She studiously reviewed her notes and lost in thought. Before we reached the lobby, she looked up at me and spoke. So what are you saying, John? Should I go back to the office and do other people's work for them? Where did that come from? I thought. I must not have close enough about that. So let me clear now. The QBQ is not about covering for people taking their duties and responsibilities or doing it all by myself. Doing so is not service to others and disservice to everyone who managed to step in and close the sale. When project leaders carry the team's ball or when parents clean the child's room, it teaches nothing positive and adds no lasting value. Certainly, leaders at all levels ask questions like, how can I help and what can I do to contribute? But they don't do other people's work for them. For us, defining boundaries where my accountability ends and others begin is a lifelong process. I suggest asking the QBQ, how can I set good boundaries? But accountable people are committed foremost to excelling in their own job, performing their own work to the best they can. Chapter 34. A great list of lousy questions. Jim Ryan, president of Carlson Marketing Group, sat behind the desk. He was profiled but crunched for time, and he had 30 minutes. Yeah, and he had 30 minutes. After introductory remarks, the visitor's younger, without impressive title, had a little bit nervous, but he's still hoping to catch his polite client's interest. Asked Jim, have you ever heard questions like these? Shared several questions he called IQs. Then came what's commonly known in sales as a death pause. A person asks a question instead of immediate response gets back an empty stare, sometimes even a glare. The death pause hung in the room like heavy foreboding cloud. Foreboding cloud. The visitor was staring sweet at eternity. Later, Jim smiled and said, "Whoa, John, that's a great list of really lousy questions." Yes, yes, the IQs worked. His interests were piped, and the questions were because the most people heard them before. From the guest chair, I smiled back, confident a successful relationship had begun. And now, let's look at our own list of lousy questions. Each one of us plays many different roles in our lives, and each of these roles has its own particular challenges and frustrations. As we read the following list of rules or roles with IQs and QBQs, let's think about the IQs might be asking. More important, the QBQs, we could ask instead. Customer service incorrect questions. When will shipping start getting orders out on time? Why does the customer accept so much? When will the sales department do it right the first time? Keep sure I can serve them. How I can serve them. Sales IQ. Why are you why are you why are your prices so high? When are we going to be more competitive? Why won't the customer call me back? When will marketing give us better materials? Why can't manufacturing make what we sell? QBQs. What can I do today to be more effective? How can I add value for my customers? Operations and manufacturing IQs. Why can't sales just sell what we make? When will they turn to sell the right specs? What's going on to get them to understand? QBQs. How can I better understand the challenges faced by the field? What can I do to build rapport with the sales people? Management IQs. Why doesn't the younger generation want to work? When will we find good people? Why aren't they motivated? Who made the mistake? Why can't people come in on time? When will they get engaged? QBQs. How can I be more effective, coach? What can I do to better understand each person I manage? How can I build a stronger team? Effective IQs. Who dropped the balls? When are they going to catch the vision? Who's going to care so much as I do? When will the market turn around? How can I be a better leader? What can I do to show I care? How can I communicate more effectively? Why do we have to go through all this change? When is someone going to train me? Why don't I get paid more? What's going to clarify my job? When is the management going to get their act together? Who's going to give us the vision? What can I do to be more productive? How can I adapt to the changing environment? What can I do to develop myself? How can I become more engaged? Marketing IQs. When will the salespeople deliver our programs? Why won't the field learn more about our new products? When is someone going to listen to us? What can I do to understand the sales reps' frustrations? How can I learn about more customer, what a customer wants? What can I do to articulate my ideas more creatively and from the world outside of work? Student IQs. Why doesn't my teacher understand me? When will my parents support me more? Who's going to help me improve my grades? How can I focus more effectively? What can I do? What can I do to form good study habits? How can I own my grades? Why aren't parents more involved? When are the kids starting to care more? Who will find me better students? Why am I so overworked and underpaid? How can I better support each kid in my classroom? What can I do to own the performance of my students? How can I be more creative in my instruction? What can I do to rediscover my passion for teaching? Parent IQs. When is my child going to listen to me? Why does my daughter hang out with those kids? When will my son open up to me? Who made the mess in here? Why can't you be more like your sister? How can I get to know him better? What can I do to help and get her through these tough years? How can I improve my parenting skills? Teenager IQs. When are my parents going to get it? Why don't they like my friends? Who's going to give me a job? When will I find the time to get everything done? QBQs. How can I show more respect to mom and dad? What can I do to communicate better? How can I manage my time more effectively? No. To learn how to utilize your time effectively at home and parenting, the QBQ way, how to be an outstanding parent and raise great kids using the power of personal accountability. His spouse, partner IQs. Why doesn't he let go of the old issue? When would she will appreciate me more? Why don't you start exercising? How can I improve myself today? What can I do to help her out? How can I listen to him more? Neighbor IQ. Why are they so unfriendly? How can I be a better friend? Volunteer IQ. Why do I have to do everything myself? When will other people start helping out? What can I do to set better boundaries and say no? IQs and QBQs, the choice is up to us. Let's choose wisely because the questions we ask can make all difference in the world. Alright, chapter 35, the spirit of the QBQ. There's a well-established legal principle that says there's a difference between the letter and the spirit of the law. The letter of the law refers to the specific words used in the law itself. The spirit refers to the underlying concept and intentions behind the law. The general idea is that complaints with the letter of the law should be in alignment of the spirit of the law. Using the same concept in our case, the letter of QBQ be the guideline of all QBQs. Begin with what or how, not why, when, or who. Contain and I, not they. We are you. Focus on action. The spirit of the QBQ is personal accountability. No more victim thinking, complaining, procrastination, or blaming. I can only change me, take action. Mention this because it's possible to construct a question